Hey now, good day, event professionals. Hope you're tuned in for as an event professional. But if you might have saw this out on the interwebs, maybe you're not in the event business, but you're tuned in anyways. So my name is MagicBrad, as you can see with the little logo up there. I've been in the event industry for a long, long time. Been down, started doing magic when I was a kid, and then got into events because I started producing a trade show, which is this show right here, the Minnesota Event Expo, coming up March 8th. We've had to cancel it the last 2 years because of the COVID situation. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk a little bit about today, about this stuff right here. How to get your head above water in post-COVID times. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Event Expo, a little bit about the ERC stimulus and the CARES Act, and event marketing in general. So I had this scheduled with a friend of mine, and then some stuff happened, and that didn't happen. But I decided the show must go on, so I'm continuing to do this production here. And for those that don't know, this goes on to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And then I repropagate these videos out on YouTube or from YouTube and put it on blogs and post out on the internet. So that's how things get out there on the internet cosmos. But I am looking for people that are in the event industry or even not in the event industry, but have some savvy with marketing and might want to help about how we navigate our way through this COVID thing. So I've got this right here. Would you like to be on our advisory board? In the past, I kind of did this by myself. But I've got a couple others. My friend Susan, she's calling right now, actually, which is interesting. We're going to an event tonight. And then I've got Bob Olson is doing some sales. And so we're keeping the ball rolling. But I want to talk a little bit about this employee retention credit. I've heard some radio commercials about it, and I've got some texts, unsolicited texts that come through about it. And I don't know. I think the way to do this is to go direct to the IRS and ask and find out from them, as they say, direct from the horse's mouth, to find out if you qualify for this thing. Because some of these middle people in between, they might not have all the knowledge and all the requirements that might be necessary for this income tax credit thing. If it's a grant, I'm not sure. So if you're needing financial assistance, go direct to the IRS and ask those questions, because you don't want to, go through the whole thing and think that you're getting a grant where you don't have to repay the money, and then find out that, oh my God, I did it wrong. I need to repay the money. And it puts you deeper in that hole, because we've been kind of struggling. And I got to give props to the folks over at Crooners, which is really close to where I live here and close to where the Event Expo is going to be. The Expo this year is going to be about a mile north on Highway 65, a mile north of 694. Some people think Fridley's far away, but it's not. It's 694 by Medtronic there. So Crooners, what they did when the COVID thing happened was they brought everything outside. They rented tent rental. I don't know if they got them from Ultimate or Midway or what, but they were smart enough to rent tents, and they got some of those heaters and stuff, and they kept the show going. They created a few different price points. I think they even had a thing where you can sit in your car and listen to the music from the parking lot. Then they had like VIP seating where it was socially distanced, so they were being responsible. And they went about it a good way, and they kept their shows going, and they still have them going. They're still going strong. So that's what happens when something like this happens. You got to be able to innovate, get creative, figure out how to get around it. So back to that income tax credit, the employee retention credit thing. It's right here. ERC stimulus is what it's called, and it's under the CARES Act. And I actually forgot what CARES Act stands for. I wonder if I can remember that. It's so ERC is the Employee Retention Credit, and the CARES Act, I can't remember what it all stands for. These acronyms are just too much for me. So I want to do a shout out too for my one of our members of the Synergy Collaborative, and that is Susan with Popped Corn right there. She's exhibiting at the expo. God forbid we can do it and there's no extra pandemics or anything like that coming along. But if you want to know more about Popped Corn, it's poppedcorn.com. And we've also got our friends over at Las Vegas Tonight. I've known Mary Jo since 1980s, probably about 1986, if I remember correctly. She's also going to be exhibiting at the Minnesota Event Expo. So that's what it is. If you want to know more about the expo, you can call my number right here, 612-242-6468. Or if you want, maybe what I can do is, let me see who's rattling my cage here. Somebody is saying good afternoon, but it's just a Facebook user. I don't know who it is. Who is this? This anonymity thing, it's so different than back in the day when people used to meet in person. So I wanted to put this thing out here for the expo. Where it was. Bear with me 1 second. I know it's in here somewhere. Come on. Oh my God. I guess I can't find it. Well, I'll tell you where you can go. Just go to minnesotaeventexpo.com. It's as simple as that, minnesotaeventexpo.com. And so I'm going to give Susan a call back here. We're going, like I said, we're going to an industry event. It's the Minneapolis Convention and Visitors Association. We're going to an event there. I was a member years ago. I'm reconsidering being a member. But it sort of depends on how many live in-person events they've got. Because I want to get back into the live in-person thing. I mean, I'm doing the, postcard mailings, and I did this for some of our exhibitors. Did this postcard mailing. You see Paradise Charters on there, and the Dunkin' Jump, the Dunk Tanks, and the Las Vegas Tonight, and Popped Corn. You can scan that QR code, and that'll actually take you somewhere. I'll hold still. That's how that works. So if you want, you can go on YouTube and rewind this video and pause it, scan that code. So it's the minnesotaeventexpo.com. You can also just go to magicbrad.com, and I can give you the scoop right there. Let me, right there. Just go to magicbrad.com. There's the little button on there for the event industry, and that'll take you to information about events. So that's the story, Morning Glory. That's pretty much all I've got for you today. Like I said, I'm cutting this short. I just wanted to let people know about that employee retention credit that go direct to the IRS. That's probably the best way to do that. And I don't know, it's just safer that way, I think, rather than seeing if you qualify and someone that it doesn't work for the IRS trying to answer questions. If they lead you the wrong way, you might end up being in trouble. So that's it. If you're interested in the Minnesota Event Expo, it's going to be, there's the domain right there, minnesotaeventexpo.com. It's scheduled for March 8th. I'm getting some registrations and things for people to attend, the event planners. We try and target corporate and association, and then we also get wedding planners, people that coordinate fairs, festivals, city celebrations, fundraisers, galas, private parties, all these different people that plan community events, churches, and things of that sort, that if they're planning events, they come to the show. So who is this again? Oh, it's Santa. Santa's on here. Hey, Santa, he's going to be a busy guy pretty soon. Pretty soon he's going to be working that. Hopefully, maybe he'll come to the expo after he's taken care of everything, because the expo is not till March. Santa Claus is really busy pretty much December, January. He's got a lot of work to do. So thanks for tuning in, Santa. I appreciate that. And there you go. So that's all I got for you. I appreciate you taking the time. Again, if you want to know more about me, just go to magicbrad.com. I got a lot of irons in the fire, and a lot of it is the event industry. We've got the expo coming up, and that's my story, Morning Glory. So that's all. That's all I've got for now. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good, be kind, be nice.